Hello, my name's Lauren and I work for an online personal finance website called Money to the Masses. We cover a host of investing and personal finance topics over on the Money to the Masses website, moneytothemasses.com. Also, you can follow us over on our social media, so our Facebook Money to the Masses, our Instagram at Money to the Masses, and our Twitter at Money to the Masses with the number 2. So I'm going to be sharing things that affect the cost of your pet insurance policy. So number 1 is the type of pet insurance policy. Now, the most comprehensive pet insurance policies are usually the most expensive. So a lifetime pet insurance policy is the most comprehensive pet insurance policy for your pet. This is because the veterinary fee cover renews annually. So each time you renew your pet insurance policy, the veterinary fee cover that you have will also reset. Usually the cheapest pet insurance policy is an accident-only pet insurance policy, and this is because it only insures your pets for accidents, so your pet is not insured at all for any illness. There are also 2 other types of pet insurance, so that is maximum benefits pet insurance. It's not quite as comprehensive as lifetime pet insurance, and that is because the veterinary fee cover does not renew annually. However, it does still offer a good level of cover for your pet, and it is slightly cheaper than the lifetime pet insurance policy. And then time limited pet insurance. This is usually one of the cheapest pet insurance policies that covers for both accidents and illness, but it does enforce time limits on how long you have to claim when your pet first suffers from an illness or injury. So if you want to find out any more information about the different types of pet insurance policy, then be sure to check out our pet insurance articles on the Money to the Masses website. So the type of pet you have and the breed of pet you have will also affect the cost of your pet insurance policy. So generally, cats are usually cheaper than dogs, and also pedigree pets are more expensive than other breeds. This is because they're more susceptible to certain illnesses, and as a result, the insurers charge you more money because you are more likely to make a claim. So for example, the cost of a French Bulldog's pet insurance policy is a lot higher than that of a Labrador or a Cocker Spaniel. This is because French Bulldogs notoriously have a range of health problems, so this is something that you need to consider when taking out a pet insurance policy. Now, the age of your pet will also affect the cost of your pet insurance policy. As pets age, like humans, they are more likely to fall ill. So the likelihood of you claiming on your pet insurance policy is also higher, and therefore you are likely to see an increase in the cost of your monthly premium. Where you live in the UK is also likely to affect the cost of your pet insurance policy. Southern and London postcodes are likely to have more expensive pet insurance policies than somewhere else in the north of England, for example. This can be down to a host of factors such as high veterinary fees in certain areas. This is therefore reflected in the cost of your pet insurance premium. This is also something to bear in mind if you do change address. You may see a change in the cost of your pet insurance premium because of this. The amount of excess and co-payment you have on your pet insurance policy will also affect the cost of your pet insurance premium. So usually the higher the excess on a pet insurance policy, the lower your premium. The excess is an amount you pay towards the cost of the veterinary treatment when you make a claim. So for example, this could be around £90, and if the claim that you had was £500, then you will have to pay £90 towards the cost of that, and the insurer will pay £410. Some insurers also have a co-payment on the policy, which is a percentage contribution towards the remaining cost of the veterinary treatment. So some pet insurance providers ask that you pay this in addition to the compulsory excess, and other pet insurance providers will ask you to pay this instead of, and usually have a minimum amount of the excess. It is also worth noting that for some pet insurance policies, some insurers enforce a compulsory co-payment once your pet reaches a certain age, which is usually around 8 for dogs and 10 for cats, but be sure to check your policy documents carefully to see if this applies to your pet insurance policy. Another factor that can affect the cost of your pet insurance policy is your previous claims history. If you have claimed previously on your pet insurance policy, then you are likely to see an increase in your pet insurance premiums if you renew, and then if you switch providers and then your condition is no longer covered because it's now deemed as pre-existing, then your pet insurance policy with another provider could be slightly more expensive because you have a history of claiming, and the insurer may assume that you are more likely to claim in the future because your pet has a current illness or condition, or has suffered from one in the past, which could result in a further condition being developed later down the line. Now, some insurers, like Bought by Many and Petplan, do insist that your previous claims history does not affect the cost of your monthly premium, and they say that you will not be penalised if you have previously had to make a claim. So do look into the different insurers, because not all of them will penalise you if you have previously made a claim. Now, finally, pre-existing conditions will affect the cost of your pet insurance policy. As I briefly touched on earlier, if your pet has any pre-existing conditions, this may mean that you are more likely to make a claim in the future because your pet may develop a condition as a result of a pre-existing condition, or because your pet has already suffered from a particular condition. This may increase the likelihood of you claiming in the future. So this can affect the cost of your pet insurance premium. It is really important that if your pet does have any pre-existing conditions and you are taking out a new pet insurance policy, that you do declare any existing conditions that your pet has, because this could invalidate any future claims. So that is just a brief summary of some of the things that can affect the cost of your pet insurance premium. I do have an article over on the Money to the Masses website on how you can try to reduce the cost of your pet insurance, so be sure to go and check that out. If you have any questions on pet insurance, then email me, Lauren@moneytothemasses.com.